Okay, this show was so much fun to watch.
Aw,
This game, you guys,
crazy.
it's a little ruthless. Why are
Mhm.
these kids so down to play this game?
It's something to do.
Yeah.
It's a rite of passage, I think, at this point. It's like kind of legendary. And you could win money.
I think it's also the elements too of like the tradition of it and the peer pressure. I have a friend who actually did like not as like jump off a cliff, but they would do like this scavenger hunt of like illegal activities, and it just
Like
had been going
senior
around.
semester.
Yeah, his town for years, and I was like, why do you do this? And he's like, well, because everyone's done it, and I'm like, oh, well, that's no excuse, but also sure, I get it.
Well, I think a lot of it really has to do with where they're from and what they're going through at the time. If you think about it, this is a town that's hard to escape from, not just escape from, it's hard to escape the boredom in the town. So when those two things couple together, you get a crazy game like Panic that I don't recommend anyone plays.
I've never like experienced something like that, but I know lots of kids who used to play Senior Assassin in high school where it was like the similar concept. Crazy. What was it like filming those challenges? Were you guys nervous or scared? Was it fun?
It was very fun. It was very cold.
Yes, that was more the full front of my mind. It was just always so cold.
It was so cold, but it was so fun. It was great. You know, because for us, it's like the challenges are very, I guess, like watered down when you're actually filming them. But it was so fun to get to all be together for those, like, because we do the challenges for like 3 days. We'd film them, and it was the only time where like the whole cast got to all hang out, and so it was so fun to get to film all the challenge scenes.
It was definitely fun. You know, like it was really fun because, you know, obviously the show has such a large cast, such a large ensemble that like the challenges was the time that everyone got together and was kind of like, hey, how's it going with your stuff, you know, like, and just to see, you know, and meet each other and kind of have this big group of people that were great, you know. But sometimes shooting the challenges was challenging. You know, it was really cold in Texas at the time that we were shooting. We were all in like summer attire, so we're all like freezing on the top of this mountain, like which maybe looked good. Maybe it made it look like we were scared or something, but you know, like it was fun, and it's just certain things where you're like, oh wow, like I didn't realize I'm kind of scared of heights, you know. Like there are like certain things that you would do. It's like, oh wow, this is okay. Yeah, I'm scared right now. Yeah, you know. So.
And one of my favorite parts about the show is that it was created and written and executive produced by Lauren. How exciting was it to have her be so involved with the project?
That was cool. I feel like we always could just go back to one person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the people who, like, if we ever had a question, it was pretty much like there were 3 people you knew you could ask and they would have the answer. And so I think that was nice because she was one of those. And then one was just like our on-site producer, Lindley, and our showrunner, Adam. And yeah, I feel like it was great to have her do all 3 because it was just very, like, you could just call her and ask her a question and you would know that was like the answer.
Yeah. And how does it feel to be bringing such a popular novel to life?
It's kind of, you're a little bit, you know, it's very exciting, and it's always a fun opportunity to, especially when you have like a foundation to like turn it into something. But it's a little bit nerve-wracking because, you know, you just don't know how it's going to turn out, and you hope people have a good time watching it. So
Right, maybe a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pressure there, I think.
Well, I'm sure you guys, like, everyone's gonna love it. It was so much fun to watch.
So.
I know, and I have to ask because there's a little bit of mystery surrounding who the judges are. How does this raise the stake of the game?
Well, there's just that sort of sneaky element where you don't know who's watching, and you don't know if what you just said to if you're talking to your friend or somebody you don't even know, but they're in your class, you just don't know who the judges are. So you got to just, it's that thing of also watching you back.
They know a lot about everybody. And it's kind of like, who is it? Like, who, and is it, you know what I mean? Like, how are they getting all this info? And I think it's fun that it's a huge mystery throughout the series, because I think it only gets more intense, like the situation, the relationship of judges to players.
Well, there's people playing that could be rigging the game. You know, you don't know who's, you know, you don't know who to trust, you know, and it's obviously like this game has been around long enough that young kids are aware that it is there. So even growing up, it's like, what can I tell the person that's sitting next to me? Because years later, this might come back to bite me in the ass, you know, just like a casual conversation with a friend.
It's like you're constantly being judged, honestly. Like you're constantly being watched, which really, when you live in a town like this, probably puts you on the edge of your seat. You know, you're hyper aware of how you react to certain things and how you approach certain things. So it's pretty interesting.
It's going to be so much fun to, like, for audiences to see how intense things get. We don't have to give away too much, but is there an underlying message or something that you guys want audiences to take away from the show?
Number one, don't do panic.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked today just like about yeah, I feel like all of these kids are very, like, they're definitely struggling with like their situational life in their hometown, and what they're worried about, what they're going to be. And I think that's something that's pretty universal for people that age, and something that, like, I know, you know, we've talked about this, like, so, you know, everybody feels that at that age. And I think the show shows you that, like, in such a short amount of time, like, your circumstances can change even without like the high stakes of a game like Panic. And just that, like, things feel so permanent at that age, and emotions feel so heavy and strong, but that they'll pass and things will be so much better and brighter at some point.
Yeah, just take your time and don't do things that you don't want to do.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
I would say if you're feeling stuck, don't try to put everything on like winning the lottery, you know, because that's essentially what Panic is. You're just winning the lottery. I'd say, I think most people have felt stuck at some point in their lives, and I would definitely recommend talking to someone, making a plan, and working towards that plan, and not belittling your own progress. I think a lot of people downplay their successes and belittle their own progress that they make, and it's really important that you take every win, no matter how small or how big, as a win. And don't let fear hold you back.
Absolutely. And maybe don't play this game, right?
Don't play Panic. Yeah.
Don't play Panic. With that being said, that's a great ending to wrap this up. Thank you both so much for taking the time to talk with us. Congratulations on the new show.
Thank you, Sebastian. Appreciate it, man.
Good luck with everything. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Take care.